Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whichever part of the world that you are. Okay, so I know that it's been a long time I've made a video. I'm very sorry. I've been busy trying to make ends to meet. And God is faithful. Anyway, that's not why I'm giving this gist. So, in the course of interacting with people, I was chatting with one of my entrepreneur friends, and she was talking about somebody that is it 1 week after or 3 days after getting a new job, he started asking for a salary raise. I think a week or two, because maybe he saw the amount that the company was making, or I don't know, whatever it is was his reason, and he just decided that he wanted the salary raise. So I decided I was going to throw this opinion or this survey out to people. I reached out to some of my contacts on WhatsApp. I sent them messages, and quite a number of people responded. Anyway, I want to say thank you to everyone that responded. Like I promised, it's going to be solely anonymous. It's going to be anonymous, and I'm going to be sharing their views. I hope I'm able to finish everything, because people gave me a lot of varied points and varied ideas, and the stuff. They came with good stuff. So let's get straight to it. The question I asked them was, when do you think it is appropriate to ask for a salary raise or a promotion? 1 to 2 years, A. 3 to 5 years, B. Based on performance, A. D. The management should decide, and E. Based on the money or the profits the company is making. And I told them they can share their personal stories, and here are their various ideas. I want you to think about it, watch it, and drop your comments in the I think you need to cut that part. Okay, so I want you to think about it and watch the video and drop your comments. Let's hear what you think, and you can even share with people, because there might be people that have had wrong views before, and now maybe their views can be a bit corrected. I'm not going to say what my view is. I'm just going to share different people's comments and 1 or 2 comments on their comments, and yeah, that's it. So the first person is D. Let's call person D. He feels that 2 years is okay. That's well. If the person has an exceptional performance, even on day 1, the person can ask for a promotion. Hello, sir. I don't know what that means. You are resuming today and asking for a promotion. Anyway, so the second person was like, our own idea was E, which is based on the money the company is making. What if you don't know how much the company is making? But anyway, she was like, if the company is getting to have more money and there's increase, that she feels that it's good for the management to increase salary. And then if the performance of the employee is not so good, companies will never want to reward lazy workers. So she feels that as long as the company is making money, they should just decide, oh, we have made maybe so millions of naira or dollars, and thus we're increasing everybody's salary. But I don't know. So that's that. Then the third person was like, if there's a structure in the organization, then it can be aligned with. But if there's no structures for salary raise or increase, then she feels that it should depend on performance. That is, even after a year, if the person has good reasons for that, if the person performs very well, why not? The person should have salary increase. And she shared her personal experience. She was like, she took a job. Okay, let me read it verbatim. I took a job offer which was somewhat conditional, because I was going to be giving she was going to be giving part-time engagement to the company and maybe part-time engagement to our academics. She said due to the pandemic, the academic engagement did not begin as planned. So I gave my all to the company within that period. I believe that I had made myself resourceful on the job, so I asked for an upward review of my initial agreement a year later. More so, it was obvious that the standard of living had skyrocketed everywhere. I brought for my strong reasons and requested for a salary raise, and was granted by the reasonable employer. Nice. So she said, so she had a colleague that has requested for a salary raise months into the role, on the basis of the value he brought to the business, and he got it. So I think it's an era of shoot your shots. Bring in your stuff, shoot your shots. You're good. And she was like thanking me for the stimulating engagement. You're welcome. So The fourth person was like, salary raise can be based on a number of factors, but this person would like to talk from an employer's perspective. So I think he's one of those entrepreneurs that I sent messages to. It was like, for most government establishments, salary scale is based on grade level and step, while the promotion exercise is carried out every 3 to 4 years, and employee moves a step ahead. But for him, or I'm not sure, very sure whether it's a male or female. So for me as an employer, I do the step thing, which is an annual appraisal, but I don't promote people usually using grade level, because it's rare to find a staff that stays for as long as 3 years in our kind of business. However, when I observe your productivity, has shown great output, I give you a raise. I have done this a couple of times, and most times, few months after the person even started work. So there are good people out there, and which I don't officially communicate to you, so that when productivity declines, I can revert back to what was agreed upon and stated on your employment letter. So this is a win-win. If your productivity declines, I'm reducing your salary back to what we agreed upon. But if your productivity increases, then we're good to go. So that's one. Person also said I also increased payments of staff based on additional qualification. For instance, there was a time I had someone that worked with me prior to gaining admission, and after she returned, I paid her an equivalent of what I would pay an OND holder. So I think that's like very, very fair. So another person said A, which is 1 to 2 years, and I told the person to buttress a bit, and it was like, how many people will spend 2 years on a job, especially in the medical industry? I think one of my medical friends, it was like, so loyalty should be rewarded. He feels okay. Many people will not stay 2 years. I've had the experience a lot of times, and people don't even stay. So he feels like if I'm staying 1 to 2 years, my loyalty should be rewarded. You have a saying, that's nice one. Another person said 1 to 2 years. If you know your performance is commendable, but if not, 3 to 5 years. Don't ask for a raise if you're not putting in work. Did you hear that? Don't ask for a raise if you're not putting in work. Okay, another person said, I will go with putting your staff on probation for 6 months. Review the performance after. So this person feels, I put you on probation for 6 months, we review your performance. If you consider him good for the job, increase his salary. It's a motivation kind of thing. You can subject the salary raise to half-year review, depending on performance. All these must be considered from the start so that you have a good salary structure. And then somebody had 3 answers. She said A, C, and E. A is 1 to 2 years. I think C is based on performance, and then E is based on the money the company is making. I told her to expatiate, and she was like, okay, every 2 years there should be an increase. This is to help workers deal with inflation. Inflation, that's true. They have families and responsibilities too. I think 10% increase is fair. Well, I think it is fair, but is the inflation 10% also? I'm not sure. Then she also said appraisal should be done. Incentives such as salary increments is a way to boost the morale of staff. That's also true. And then a company, a reason for choosing E is a company should be like a family. It should be a family. When the company makes profit, it should be seen as a collective family effort and should reflect in the staff welfare. So if we make more money, so that they will feel like, okay, we made the money, we are sharing the money together, and then they will have more ginger to make more money. She also has a point. Like, everybody brought lovely points, and I'm like, I don't even know where to stand now. But well, let's see. So that's all. Well, that's all I can capture now. And I think from my own perspective, everybody had their very strong reasons, and it made sense. So I feel like the best approach for each organization is to try to even sample the opinion of their staff, and okay, when do you think you are due for a salary raise, and even put it, sometimes by the time we throw it open to them, you hear what their view is, and they know, okay, if this salary raise is a possibility, then I need to put in more effort. Because I remember doing some appraisals that we're just doing the appraisals every so and so number of months. There's no increase, there's nothing positive that is coming for them. People will be worried and all of all that. So thank thank you very much for coming to watch this, for watching this video. I want to know what you think. Share your opinion with us, whether you are a business owner or you are a staff or you are an aspiring employee to. So just share us your opinions. From time to time, I'll also be sending out surveys of other issues, general issues, and of course I'm going to be bringing out your answers or your responses anonymously. So if you are willing, I can always send you questions to answer and then we'll discuss it. Thank you very much for coming to watch. I hope it doesn't take me a long time again to shoot another video. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And those are answered. Thank you. Don't forget, subscribe. It does not cost you so much. Okay, subscribe, please. Please. Oh, I thought it would be longer than that. That was okay.